Greetings! So today I wanted to share with you my collection of Japanese beading books.
Look at them all right there. They're so pretty. You want to touch them? Yes. Precious. Yes. So pretty.
Now, this whole madness started back in college. In my Japanese class, my teacher was like, "Hey, I heard you make jewelry, and I don't really have a use for this book, so here, you can have it." And it was this copy of Bead's B, Volume 6, and that just kind of started this whole thing. Obsession, I guess is the right word for it. And so I went to this marketplace that I used to frequent quite often in high school. They had a bookstore, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna check out what they got in there. And it so happens that they just had a shit ton of crafting and jewelry books, and I'm like, holy shit, where goes my money? So yeah, I just kind of wanted to share with you because these designs are really, really fucking adorable. No, I don't know that much Japanese anymore. I only took about a year of it, and I haven't really practiced, so most of my knowledge is gone. However, I do have an edge up because I can read katakana a little bit because it's practically English words. So the materials lists are easy for me to pick up, but these things are just so amazing. This one is a magazine, so it has a bunch of articles and such on things that are related to beading, but not necessarily beading. Like, this is the Knitting King, and he does some absolutely amazing things with beads and his projects, and holy shit. I mean, it has a tiny little bee, tiny flowers. I mean, the thing that makes me so obsessed is the daintiness of everything and the miniatures. Like, I absolutely adore these miniatures. Holy crap. There's even articles on polymer clay, Kato clay, and then it has like little color inspirations. I think this is a spring edition, so. Then I have Brilliant Beads Jewelry for Celebrations. This one is just really pretty, and it has a lot of floral patterns in here, and I have a bookmark in here. Go away. And it's just so pretty and dainty, and holy crap. I'm not going to go over too detailed into all of them. I'm just going to kind of show you guys flips of what the projects in here are like. And they have this really freaking amazing carriage and stuff. It's so pretty, and holy shit. Like, I don't have a use for it, but I want to make it. And usually in these styles of books, they have all the projects and all the pictures in the front, and all the directions in the back. Next, we have this adorable one, which I can't read at all. And it's all about fucking animals. I mean, making animals. Holy fuck, you're making animals. Not animals fucking, okay. Anyway, this one I had to have, and I liked the bookstore because the conversion rates of the prices were really, really affordable. So, yeah. Next we have Bags and Sweets, which I actually don't really like this one as much. It's really freaking fancy looking, but the designs are kind of like repeats of things that I have before. Yeah. It's a really fancy, high-end, like the composition itself is really pretty, and it looks like my pages are starting to yellow. Oh, that makes me sad. But yeah, it's got a section for suites, and this is one of that format where it's got all the projects in the front and all the directions in the back. So, I mean, I got a lot of copies of a lot of these patterns, but it was just a nice little pretty one. Then we have this magical one from Kiwa. Kiwa is a bead store in Japan that I really need to go to. Oh my god. And this one came with like a pull-out special of a catalog, which is kind of cool. I'll show you guys that too. But this one is just so precious. And you got like fruits and cats and deer and actual regular jewelry too. But I love this one so much. I haven't actually made too many of these projects. I basically like to stare at the pictures all day because they're pretty. And holy shit. So it's like I want to make every one of these and just have a little shadow box or something. Next up, I think this is another magazine, but this is from Bead's Friend, which is another kind of publishing house for jewelry making stuff. This one has another, a lot of bags. The contents are really kind of nifty in here. Those old Louis Vuitton bags that were like awesome in the early millennium, I guess, or something. I never had one because I really don't carry purses, and I don't care to. But yeah. And then it's got like some other, a lot of bags on this one actually, holy shit. More bags, okay. So then it has like little charms made out of seed beads, which are really fucking adorable, but those hurt my hands like a bitch, holy shit. Then you got like this crown and this mythical temple. I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's pretty spiffy. It's got a little tulip, lots of flowers, lots of things that you basically attach to your bags. Or wear as a necklace, who cares? A few bezels, some bows, these letters, which I'm just like, eh. They also have Montes in them. They're just made of Montes, which are kind of... I haven't actually had the chance to work with them. I think they're too expensive for me to work with them, but you know. Then in the bag is my favorite section because it has all the shaped things and all the little miniatures and stuff. Like, look at this fucking shoe! These shoes are cute! And boots. Yeah, I really like the boots. Yeah, the Eiffel Tower, which goes with the poodle, but you don't get the instructions to make the poodle, which is shitty. But, yeah. Next up is another magazine. Fuck, I don't know what this is. This might be Beads Mania. I don't know. But it's really cool. And it's got a bunch of hearts and little teeny charms, and it's really, really fucking pretty. And this one has another one of those mixtures of jewelry and miniatures, which is really cool. I love that. It's so much fun. A lot of this obsession is also because most of this stuff is in the right angle weave, and that's my absolute favorite thing to do ever. So when you got like 3-dimensional right angle weave, that's just amazing. And yeah, I just am so obsessed with these techniques, and I try to design projects that are basically 3-dimensional right angle weaves. That's my favorite thing to do ever. Next up, another Beads Friend magazine, which focuses mostly on Beads motif, which is kind of the thing that I use to search little tiny projects like this. And it's so amazing. And yeah, this one has another chapter on bags, which I know I probably didn't buy these for the bags. I probably bought them for something else, but I forgot what exactly I bought it for. But I like the miniature hearts and the cuteness and the bezels and the bows. And those stars, oh my god. Holy shit, there are a lot of bags in here. More letters, which, I don't know, they're cute, but, yeah. And my favorite section, the animals and defense motif. Giant ass stag beetle. Another magazine from somebody that I don't know, and this one is actually really fucking thick, but I like it. BM 605, so I'm guessing it's like Beads Friends, or not Beads Friends, Beads Motif. Anyway, but this one is huge, and it must be like a special event, and it's got all these really fucking cute bears, and little furnitures and shit, but I don't think the directions come with this one, which sucks a lot. This one has a little mini catalog as well, so this one must belong to somebody. It must be Beads Mania. Yeah, but this one's got a catalog. Beads Mania is also another supplier in Japan. Another one I like to frequent is Parts Club. You can get a bunch of... all those websites basically have a lot of free patterns, and I just have to obsess over them for a little bit each time I visit the site. Next up we have the Beads Land, which is really cute as well. This one has a bunch of mostly animals again. And yeah. Duckies, mice, piggies, monkeys. This entire freaking chess set, which is just amazing, and it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I want to make it, but I don't want to make it. Ever. Next up we have Petite Beads Motif, which has more bags and stuff, which I don't know why I bought these. Yeah, they're cute, but I don't need like 3 copies of the same patterns. One of these are owned by the same companies. I find that a lot, where like the same patterns get recycled over and over again. So I'm not sure if it's like the same publisher or what have you. I don't know. cakes! That's probably why I bought this, to be honest. There's a fuck ton of cakes in here and they're adorable. Sundays! Furniture! Yeah, I love the furniture. Next up is another Beads Land special. It's called Let's Shopping! This one is kind of cute. It's kind of divided into departments, but I'm not sure what kind of department store has like a grocery store in it. Yeah, like here's the little map of the store. You have like a dress shop, a makeup shop, bag shop, kanmi shop, sweet shop, fruit shop, cafe, and sushi shop. Which, I don't know, that sounds like a strip mall rather than like an actual department store, but hey. This one has a lot of food. I love those macarons so much. Cupcake. I think I've made a couple of patterns in here. Actually, I don't remember. Mini sushi. A lot of these patterns are using seed beads instead of crystals, and I kind of want to convert them into crystals just to see if the pattern works, because they're really adorable, but they're using just seed beads is not sparkly enough for me, and those are fucking detailed dresses, holy shit. That is not something I would ever have time for. Next up we have Graceful Beads Jewelry, which is basically just the elegant, fancy jewelry pieces that I really liked. And there's no miniatures in this one. But it's got some interesting designs and patterns in it. And this Beads Jewelry Central Colors book, this one I really love. It's a, it's basically a color, it's a color circle test or a palette test, and it's just really gorgeous, the combinations they have together. This is another Beads Mania special magazine. It's got a lot of miniatures in this one, a lot of sweets and adorable things, and it has this pull-out thing, which I don't remember what this is. What is this? I think it's a checklist, parts checklist for all of the materials that you would be using in here, which is nifty to have it right there instead of having to flip through the pages to find it. Then this little mini one, made by the same company that did the animals one. This is Sweets and Treats, which has exactly what you would expect in there. But this one I love. I know I've made a couple of things before, and this one I made a tart. I've made a donut. I've done the little margarita thing in here, the tequila sunrise looking thing in blue, and it was really pretty. And I made the ice cream cone. I've made a lot of the ice cream cones, actually. Then this one, which is probably one of my favorites, it's Floral Motif Beads Accessories. This one is really elegant, really pretty, and I've made one of the projects before. I think I made the dianthus. Yeah, that one. And it was interesting. I didn't really like the structure of it, what happened to it, but it was a very pretty piece. And finally, we have Beads Sweets, also from... Actually, I don't know who this is from as well. But more sweets, more tarts. We all need more tarts in our lives. More parfaits. Just adorable, adorable tiny miniature things that I want all over my house. Teacups. Ooh, I made the teacups. I have a teacup made out of blue zircon from Swarovski. But yes, that is my collection of Japanese beading books. I need more in my life. I just can't get enough more. I don't have a source of getting them so far, which kind of sucks. The only availability I can do is like get a larger sum of money, go to amazon.co.jp, buy a bunch of their books, and then have it forwarded to me using a forwarding service, which costs even more, which kind of sucks. But anyway, let me know what you think about these books. They were so freaking cute, and I absolutely have an obsession with them. But anyway, or if you know of any reasonable resources for Japanese crafting books, that would be fantastic too. That, you know, with the exception that they don't cost as much, because I can find some on like eBay or Etsy, but they cost like 30 bucks a pop, and that is definitely not what these books are worth. So it's just, international shipping frustrates me, because you'd think like by now it would be more accessible. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me today, and of course if there's anything that I need to be trying out right now, feel free to leave me a comment down below, and I will see you next time.